Hello, welcome back to another anime art video. My name is Dennis and I'm a beginner artist, and in today's video I'm going to be drawing Ichigo Kurosaki. This episode, Ichigo, he was doing his thing, of course, up until the point where he wasn't. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This episode, look, I said it a lot. I did skip around this episode a lot, but I will say this, right? If Chad and Odahime's past do not add up, I got an issue. Okay, I know. You're gonna be like, then why didn't you just watch the episode? You'd figure out the answer to your question. Because it was unbearable. Because I can't consciously think that anybody would compare to Ichigo in Chad's mind. And what I mean by that is Chad, while he was explaining, I didn't watch the whole thing, but while he was explaining, he said that Tsukishima, or whatever the dude's name is, has been with them this entire time. And he like placed out like every point that he's been with them, right? So basically Tsukishima was just like an Uryu, right? So if he's just like Uryu, Uryu does not compare to Ichigo. And what I mean by that is Ichigo to Chad is not the same as Chad. Uryu to Chad is not the same as Ichigo to Chad, right? Chad, the relationship that Ichigo and Chad has is they are literally, one is supposed to be the brawn, and the other is supposed to be the sword. Well, one is supposed to be the sword, one's supposed to be the shield. That's literally their relationship, right? That's what they've had, right? And Chad says all the time how much he trusts Ichigo and how much he'll do anything for Ichigo. That doesn't change just because you add an individual to travel to all these locations with them, because it's not the same. The relationship's not the same. Chad does not feel the same way about everybody that they come across, that they travel with, like he does with Ichigo. It's not the same. It makes no sense. If you're going to change anybody's mind, if you change Chad's mind, the person that you need to replace yourself with is Ichigo. If you don't trade yourself with Ichigo, you will not get the result that you want. But it makes no sense because in this episode, while Ichigo is fighting again, right? For some reason, Ichigo is so stupid that like they're like, "Hey, we invite you guys to come over to our place." Yeah. For some reason he didn't think that everybody was going to be there, all of his friends and everything. For some reason he didn't think that, even though the kid literally said, hey, yeah, everybody's not mad at you, everybody's just blah blah blah, right? So he had no problem going because he's like, yeah, it's fine, I'll just fight him there. Cool. Doesn't make sense. They go inside, they go upstairs, and then while Ichigo's winning, Chad and Odahime comes out. And not only did I just mention Chad, Odahime I think Odahime is even worse than Chad when it comes to protecting Ichigo. She legitimately never wants anything bad to happen to Ichigo, ever. So what sense, in what way, of what shape or form does it make sense for Odahime and Chad to jump through a window, blow a window up, and then stand beside him and stare at Ichigo as if like Ichigo is the bad guy? The reason why I say this is because theoretically what should have happened, they jump through the window and then they stand between both of them and look at both of them as if like, "Oh, why are you two fighting?" That's what they should have done. But they didn't do that. They jumped in, stood right in front of him, and started protecting him as if like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up, especially with everything that we've gotten. Like, nobody compares to Ichigo to those two individuals, right? Like, nobody. Keigo, Mizuito, Tatsuki, those guys are different, right? I'm only saying that they're different just because, like, you can trade whatever you want about their relationship because they're not always around Ichigo. They don't know everything about his soul reaping powers. They don't know all of that. They weren't with him the entire journey. That's why I'm saying that they're different. But Chad and Odahime, Every time something comes up that does anything to Ichigo or has something to do with Ichigo, they always think about Ichigo. This arc, they specifically didn't want to tell Ichigo because they didn't want him to get involved and they didn't want him to get hurt. The entire time Ichigo didn't have his powers, they said that, hey, we're going to get stronger so when Ichigo gets his powers back, we'll be ready for him. They do everything for the sake of Ichigo. They do everything because they don't want to be a burden to Ichigo. So if this is how they feel about Ichigo, they don't want Ichigo to get hurt. Even when Ichigo was training in the last episode to do his full bringing, when Odahime was there, Odahime tried to fight off Ginjao, and with everything she tried to fight him off. And I don't know if it was in the last episode or the episode before that, but she tried to fight him off, and it did not work. Right? It did not work, but she tried because it was Ichigo. When Ichigo every time Ichigo tries to save her, right? When she was in Wako Mundo, she cried because of Ichigo. When she was getting ready to disappear and go to Wako Mundo, they gave her one person that she can go and talk to. She chose Ichigo while he was asleep. When Ichigo lost his powers, she brought Ichigo bread because she felt spiritual pressure around him. Ichigo means everything to her, so the fact that they jumped through the window and sided with Tsukishima rather than even like remotely like consoling Ichigo in any way, shape, or form, like that never happens. Ever. It's fine if you want to be like, oh, well, their minds are completely altered to the fact where Tsukishima is just as close as Ichigo is. Well, that's fine. If that's the case, have them care about both individuals equally. She jumped in the window and started healing him right away. Why don't you try and heal Ichigo? And I know you're going to be like, well, Ichigo wasn't damaged. Well, the reason why I'm saying if you try and heal Ichigo or try and contain Ichigo, that might be the better option than just jumping in the window and just assuming that you know what the issue is and being like, hey, Ichigo's gone crazy. I wonder what's going on. Ichigo has never done anything like this in the past. So it's weird that you'd be like, okay, cool. It's fine. Ichigo's the bad guy here. Let's just question Ichigo about what's going on. And let's not ask Tsukishima, hey, Tsukishima, what's going on with you and Ichigo? I don't know. It's whatever. People could be like, oh, well, they gave you the answers clearly. And I'm going to be, I could say back to that. Yeah, they gave us the answers, but the answers don't make sense. Because I can ask the same question and put a different circumstance, and the result should not be what it is. All right? But it is what it is. I'm glad we're getting to the end of what I don't like. I don't like watching Ichigo freak out about this. I don't like the fact that Chad Odahime kept things secret from Ichigo and now there's nothing that he can do. I don't like the fact that you literally, all of this could have been avoided had Chad been like, hey, he can cut you and change your memories. And then Ichigo could have possibly thought like, oh, maybe somebody else can have their memories altered. Let me be careful of everybody that I'm around. Like, I think that would have been the better option, like, overall, right? But it is what it is. Let's get into this.
Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing, like the nights are never ending. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing, like the nights are never ending. We will live our lives, we will live our lives, live our lives, we will live our lives in the fast lane. We will live our lives, we will live our lives, live our lives, we will live our lives in the fast lane. Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing, like the nights are never ending.
Alright, I am finished with this picture of Ichigo with his full bringing form. I'm not going to lie, I might draw Ichigo in the next video as well, or I don't know. I don't know if I'll draw him or if I'll draw one of the few individuals that end up showing up, or who I will draw, but like, I'm just letting you be aware that the individual that I might draw in the next video might be Ichigo as well, depending on what happens in the episode. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you did, let me know what I can do in the comment sections to make it better for you to watch next time. The glove is off. Peace, love, thanks for watching.